Sydney Harbour Bridge in the distance. Sydney Harbour, look, an old tugboat. City of Sydney. Sydney Harbour Bridge. Okay, we're leaving Balmain Point. Just going for another round ride around. Once again, look at these lovely, lovely terraces ahead of us. With Sydney Harbour views. Beautiful homes there. Oh, quite historic as well. Trees changing color. 2 Audis in a row. How about that? Must be a nice area now. Used to be a working class suburb. Look at this place, eh? This would have been a corner shop, I assume. Is to take us back to Darling Street. That's where we will go. Balmain, Sydney, New South Wales. Out here, rent an e-bike. Cruise around the suburbs. Feel like a local. Wherever you may be from, I recommend you rent bikes from Pedal. Always buy a bike. Entry Street, this lovely old convenience store. Which I actually come to when I was a little boy. Live just down the street here. There's fruit and vegetable available. My favorite was they had Matchbox cars when I was a kid. Yeah. Harbour Bridge in the distance here. Terrific place to go fishing. Maybe a Sunday barbecue. Definitely a terrific place to see the fireworks on New Year's Eve. No doubt about that. Ferry Wharf. Wait, we could take a ferry back. That could be a good idea. Let's see if we can get a ferry. No, it's the wrong time of the day. The ferries will be packed. People commuting to their homes all over Sydney Harbour, so not the ideal time to get a ferry with a bicycle, but time more than possible. Captain right down to the crew members. Just happy to put a bicycle on. Now we're at the JamesStreetWharf. How nice is that? Balmain, JamesStreetWharf, Sydney, Australia. And inside the Balmain Street Wharf, what do we have? A free book library. How about that?
Yeah, it's great.
Yes, we're just making a YouTube here.
Oh, sorry.
No, not at all. How about that, folks? You never know what you're going to find in Sydney. Free book library. And this is where you buy your ferry tickets. At the James Street Wharf. Okay. James Street Wharf, Balmain. With book exchange inside. Something like part 3 or 4, Balmain. We'll head back towards the Anzac Bridge now, I think. Even the electrical substations in this area are charming. At home before sundown. It's beautiful sandstone, eh? Balmain, Sydney, Australia. Formerly quite working class area, originally with coal mines. There are coal mines all below us here. A labyrinth of coal mines, small coal mines. Interesting crossroads here. And now this area of Balmain here in Sydney is actually quite exclusive after having been quite a working class area. It's nestled on Sydney Harbour. Only a short drive or a ferry ride to Sydney or other locations throughout the labyrinth of tentacles of Sydney Harbour. Sandstone church here on the right. Just take that in for a moment. Yes. Really something. Now we're coming into East Balmain. The London Hotel dead ahead. The local pub watering holes. Thanks. Instead of going down to this Balmain Point, we'll just head back towards Sydney. Downtown Balmain. Right, you have Balmain Hospital. A lot of very fashionable little stores and coffee shops. Very much mostly only locals would know about in Sydney, however, now the whole world will know. And stores, yeah, pie shops, cake shops. It's really delicious. I have the Union Hall Hotel, excuse me. Direction. We'll head up, down, Roundtree Street, Balmain. Balmain Town Hall straight ahead. I must say, stunning with this lighting right now with the afternoon sun. Stunning. Back towards the Anzac Bridge. Hopefully finish safely at Central Park, Chippendale. A lot of Audis today. 2 in a row. Must be very popular in the suburb of Balmain. Late afternoon, so a little bit of traffic, but normally not. On our right hand side, 2 absolutely wonderful pubs. Dick's Hotel. Here. There's the traffic here. Now we're headed towards the Anzac Bridge. It will then take us to Pyrmont. We continued on from Pyrmont, across the Pyrmont Bridge, and now end up directly in the middle of Sydney's Central Business District. There's the traffic, but always a good chance to look at the charming architecture in the area. Indeed, very charming, historic Balmain architecture. Main power station straight ahead. I think so. Certainly in this area there are grain silos. It's the grain silos. So, now we're leaving Balmain, now headed onto the Anzac Bridge to take us to Piermont and take in some more stunning views. These terrific bicycle tracks. Anzac Bridge and Sydney's CBD. And one of my favorite bike tracks here. Just coasting. We are. Who says you can't get cardio on e-bikes? Wow. Not a speck of dust in Sydney's pure air today. Blue skies, quite crisp as we're in the middle of winter. Oxygen through the old lungs. Stunning views. The Anzac Bridge. Sydney Harbour Bridge off to the left. As we now come into Piermont. Once again, beyond Piermont, all bicycle tracks right across the Piermont Bridge. You find yourself in Sydney's CBD. Beautiful drive across this bridge, but even more fantastic as it is today, lovely sunset lighting, cycling. Folks, all I can say is if you're from overseas or elsewhere in Australia, rent a bike, enjoy all the local facilities, the suburbs, places tourists would never go. Check it out. Wow. Wow, wow, wow. You go. Now, we've just entered Piermont area. This one's a quarry. Most of the sandstone all of the old historic buildings are made of. Now, a beautiful place to live. Extremely easy commute to work. Across the street, Channel 10 television station. Any luck, we'll be home to watch the 5 o'clock news on Channel 10. Local news. If you're overseas, maybe YouTube Channel 10 local news, Sydney, Australia. No idea about local goings on. Okay, downtown Paramount. Approaching Harris Street, Paramount. Today, I think we'll go straight ahead. Lovely pub. The Harlequin. A lot of yachties got in here. Staff and captains from the cruise boats, etc. Paramount Post Office. Yes. Guess what? Thank you, City of Sydney Council. Thank you, Clevermore. Bicycle pumps available. Yes. Top quality bicycle pumps. Look at that. It would have cost a fortune.